Wow. That was a lot of damage. Wait. Welcome to Come Up Middle Earth. My name is Enrique and today we're looking at Ghostboy versus pawked. The rank number 4 versus the rank number 5. Ghostboy has been climbing the ladder, been going from 8th I think to now 4th. He's twice as good as he was before. And Ghostboy is chasing that leadership. He wants to become a dragon. He's the leader of the T-Rexes and he's practicing to beat Awe this Sunday, or this weekend I think. And he's going to play Awe. If he beats Awe in a best out of 5 or best out of 7, depending on what Mr. Goethe thinks is reasonable, he will take the spot of Solas, and Solas will be dropping down to T-Rex rankings. One of his opponents is going to be pawked, one of the top players. If you look at the head-to-head mystery, they only played 4 times, pawked winning once, Ghostboy winning 3 times. Ghostboy has a 5-win streak on Sorrow Isles. Pawked never played Sorrow Isles, so this map is going to be new for him as well. And finally, the faction win rates. As Dwarves, Ghostboy won 15 times but lost 4 times, and as Isengard, pawked won 16 times and lost once, so this is in favor of pawked as well. As we look at the Dwarves versus Isengard matchup, Ghostboy winning 3 games and lost 1, and pawked never lost this matchup as Isengard. So pawked is in the lead when looking at this game. It's a 30-minute game, and after this daily meta, we're going straight into it. We have the council promotions. It's Orky going to the Lion ranking, climbing from what's it called, Crocodile to Lion. Then we have Fang going for the Impala rankings, and Thorns, one of the newer members of the arena, joining the rankings as a goldfish. Welcome to the arena, Thorns. Longest marathon, very quick games, only 2 hour-long games from Bleanist versus OkanAtlas and Flemmo versus Finvolden. Both games are hour-long, and then we're dropping down low to almost half an hour, so we are getting more used to finishing games. I'm very happy to see that. Most played match, 4th of the Bruinen, 10 games played on 4th of the Bruinen this day. We are going to Sorrow of Isles, and we're watching Ghostboy, Dwarves versus pawked, Isengard. Welcome to Sorrow Isles. We're watching Ghostboy, the Dwarven player, versus the Isengard player, pawked. This is a very interesting map. It is I think a fan-made map, and there's a lot of stuff to look at, especially this beautiful little handsome man. This guy is traveling through the Sorrow Isles, collecting bodies and souls and delivering it to this shrine. It's kind of interesting to watch him. If you ever in a replay, you can watch this guy just running around the map, first collecting the death here, I think, and then walking towards the shrine, and there's like stuff happening. And here's his acolytes then doing stuff with the body, collecting a thing, and just harvesting the bodies, moving it, so woo, and he's going this way, and then he's going to the shrine and dropping it off at the shrine near the Isengard base. Here comes, maybe this is gonna be my clip, the awesome acolyte of the Shadow Irons, and here he's donating like something to the shrine, and then he's moving on again. I kind of think it's kind of funny. But that's not what we're looking for here. We are looking for some action of the Dwarven player Ghostboy. Ghostboy is dropping a mineshaft to probably defend, but also try and get this troll. And Isengard, Mr. pawked, is dropping a what's it called? A furnace for some vision, and that's kind of smart because his vision is maybe he should put it a little bit more further because he can barely see it now. But at least he will be in time spotting it. There is a builder spotting the other side, probably also gonna drop a furnace maybe to see and scout out this cave troll. But let's see how this is gonna work out. Actually, he's just gonna lose it. Yeah, he sells it. He was like, okay, what? I'm not gonna be able to hold this up. And Ghostboy apparently spotted the furnace and is now like, okay, let's just move up. And this means that his 4 furnace opener of pawked is a little bit thwarted. However, he could rebuild it on the top side and is now in complete vision control on the top lane of the map. He did miss a builder's building a mineshaft in the back of his base, but that's not his first concern. He should be able to deal with the Dwarves here, as yeah, these 2 units will definitely take down this battalion. Now spotting it, he found one of the most favorite spots for Dwarves to build a mineshaft, the back of the base. just surrounded by mountains, very difficult to deal with for any faction. And there is 2 Uruk-hai soldiers. They're probably going to be able to defeat this 1 battalion, as the other battalion of the Dwarven player Ghostboy is now trying to destroy a furnace that is well protected. Very well sell for Mr. Pavok. He was paying attention and dropped the furnace so that Ghostboy could not gain any spellbook powers. Meanwhile, a big fight. There's 2 battalions of dwarves and and already some X-throwers. The Ghostboy is reading the army's composition, the army composition of Pavok pretty decently well. Does not go for any battle wagons, but opts to go for rangers, just counting on Pavok not going for wargs, especially now that he spotted the clan statting for the Wildman. Pavok killing a lot of these warriors and making sure that there is no attack on his base, defending very well and building all his furnaces in the middle of the map, which is very smart to do against dwarves because it's very difficult to spot the furnaces in the map. In the middle of the map, usually the Dwarven player likes to build on the sides of the map, so the middle of the map usually is very free to build. Here come more units, there's more swordsmen. Also Pavok, very well done reading the army composition, seeing that there's ranges out in the form of X-throwers, opting to go for more Uruk warriors and now trying to try attack the Dwarven player Ghostboy. Ghostboy has not built any forges and no heroes on the field. Maybe it's a little bit too early, but finding a furnace, actually getting a furnace down and sold by Pavok. The cave trolls are being contested and a battalion of Uruk warriors and wildmen are spotting the bot lane action. Ghostboy taking a lot of money and is economically very much in the lead, and there is the army of Pavok arriving in the base of Mr. Ghostboy. Ghostboy doesn't really have any units to defend, his mine shafts are empty and he's gonna lose a few of those buildings inside of his base, but Ghostboy is like, okay, well, if you're attacking me, I'm attacking you, and is now destroying one of the furnaces in the middle of the base of Isengard. Debuff being used. Now these X-throwers are not doing a lot of damage, but with a rallying call they are now even again, and there's just not enough units for Pavok in his own base to defend, so this attack is going to do a lot of damage. There's also no walk riders, there's no money for walk riders. Pavok is a little bit in trouble. Luckily he's got the middle of the map, and there are some guardians just walking around the middle of the map trying to spot out and find most of these furnaces, and he found the little terrain that Pavok built with his builder for taking down these furnaces. Watching being used. A big fight in the middle of the map, losing a lot of wildmen but also losing a lot of X-throwers. This fight can go anywhere, and the debuff is doing a little bit of work. It's now +1 buff versus neutral, and there is a Lurch eagerly feasting on these dwarves, using 1 battalion of dwarves to make sure the other 2 dwarven battalions can escape. And on the bottom side of the map we have a hero. I feel like there's a hero. Yes, Brand is out and also shooting down the attack of the Isengard player Pavok. This seems about even. It's 425 versus 625. That means there is 4 extra tunnels, mine shafts for Ghostboy. Man, I am very allergic to something. I can't stop itching, but I'll fight through it. Another battalion, little bit of poke. There is dwarves and X-dwarf X-throwers trying to get a few more of those buildings in the base of Isengard. 525 command points pretty much means that the income lead is on the dwarven side. If you look at the minimap here, there on the top left of the map there is still a cave troll to be harassed and taken. Maybe some target for Lurch to get some levels. And here goes Lurch, level 1, going to try and fight our friend the King Brand, King of Dale. Yeah, one-shotting, Lurch one-shotting these units, now has a Carnage And this fight goes in favor of the Dwarven player because of the reinforcements. We zoom out a little and see that the Isengard player has a lot of vision and now suiciding his units into a battalion of Dwarven warriors, but there's so much happening on the map. I do not blame pawked for not being able to check every angle of the map. And attack move is helping him out, destroying a level 2 extra battalion, and there is another attack. Ralliant Call being used together with the birds, and another mineshaft defended. King Brand retreating, probably gonna fight the 2 heroes on the bottom side of the map, and this battalion is strong enough to be dealt with, to deal with everything that pawked can throw at him. Isengard is a little bit of problems. 525 command point versus 875. He's losing a lot of furnaces. Dwarven player Mr. Ghostboy is in the lead, and here's Carnage being used to deal a lot of damage and give a lot of armor to Lurch. Wildman summoned used defensively, trying to hold these 5 units. Warchant used defensively. Usually you want to use your abilities offensively, but there is no attack, so it's very well done to use this power point defensively, so his actual army can take some map control, maybe even attack. A lot of X-throwers, a lot of Uruk archers, crossbowmen, crossbow Uruks. Bit weird to say crossbowmen if it's Uruk high. Mineshaft still alive in the back of base of pawked. This is a very strong idea and a limit for a very strong position for Ghostboy to deal with, and King Brand is taking a lot more experience away from pawked as he's taking another cave troll layer. Now we're looking at Bruinen on the field, destroying the armies of Isengard, and the Berserker just dies almost instantly. Bruinen is very strong, very tanky. And the X-Throw is destroying the mineshaft. This is a very good call for pawked to use X-Throw to destroy mineshafts, because now he doesn't need to be physically in range to destroy mineshafts. He can just use his X-Throws. Bottom side of the map, we have a little bit of an attack. We have a Berserker, we have Lurch, and we have X-Throw dealing with mineshafts. And the moment he sees a departure out of the mineshaft, he's just gonna retreat. Like, now he knows, now he runs away, he doesn't need to fight this. Yep, job done, very well done. Range attack on mineshaft, very, very strong idea for pawked and for the Isengard factions to deal with this annoying mineshaft placement. Isengard getting back into the game, has a little bit more control. Is there a forge? There is no forge, there is the ability to get some more money. So that is a good thing for Dwarven player Ghostboy, but there is no force, no trample. Basically, these pikemen are not a waste of money. However, pawked doesn't know that, right? Doesn't see the whole map, doesn't know there is no forge. It is very reasonable to think that there would be a forge, but Ghostboy opting for heroes instead of upgrades. Berserkers dealing with a army. Berserkers also a very good counter versus the armies of the Dwarven player. Their splash damage doing a lot of work, and they're fast, so they can just chase it down. And yeah, King Brand doing a lot of damage. King Brand not being targeted by Lurch. Lurch is just shooting down the units, and there is a cripple probably going to escape from him and not gonna fight this, because the X-throwers of Ghostboy are a little bit stronger than the X-throwers of Isengard. There are 2 level 4 ranked battalions, so that is a good thing. More X-throwers trying to destroy more tunnels. However, pawked spotting the departure and is now running away. Could probably run back in. But here is Sharku. Sharku is going to deal with the heroes. It's a very good hero killer. Same as Lurch. And he is mounted, so that's also a nice thing. A few of these units of Isengard are being caught off guard, and Apparently you can destroy these, never knew that, but you can. With AoE. Another entry of... Ooh, this is good. Dwarven Zealots. This could probably be the end for Isengard. Zealots are very difficult to deal with. Luckily there's a lot of archers, because they're already built like extras and archers. But still, having the quicker dwarves, the sprinters, the natural sprinters, they can do a lot of work. Another departure, probably a defense, combining the armies, losing a farm, losing a mineshaft, and here come the zealots, the dwarven zealots. Movement speed 65. They're very fast, faster than a builder. Very fast units. Let's see if we can kill the legendary units of the Dwarven player. Marchant being used. Berserker being donated. Gloin being crippled. And... oh, they're very vulnerable to Berserkers apparently. One hit, almost half health. Extras are focusing something. Oh my god, the trample is not working on Zealots. The trample is working on the other stuff though. And here is a Wildman summon, and the Dwarven player Ghostboy needs to retreat. He cannot beat this. Oh, the departure is working, and there's a lot of units coming out to reinforce the Dwarven player. However, the Isengard is stronger. And here come the Hobbit summon. This fight is pretty intense, but there's none of the Berserkers or the Zealots died. They're now level 2. They're throwing their axes, hitting more of these units. Apparently, Lurz is dying to something. I do not see Lurz anymore. I feel like Lurz already died. But also the Zealots are dying. Level 2 Zealots going down. And yeah, I think Lurz died somewhere in the trees. I did not see Lurz die, and the heroes of the Dwarven player do survive. Level 7 and level 5. This is gonna be a menace to be dealt with. And a builder going down. Attack being thwarted by Pavok. The Isengard player defended very decently well. Did lose his Lurz. However, he has a stronger army on the field right now. Mid lane is taken over by Isengard. Another push. And we are taking more and more farms. Oh, exit. Focusing Brand immediately. Brand's going down. Very well spotted. And the Zealots are running away. Gimli is running away. Gloin is running away. Mineshaft is going down. Top lane is being taken over by the Dwarven player. And it's 750 versus 775. It's even again. Ghostboy and Pavok had neck on neck. Army wise though, 612 for the Dwarven player, 690 for the Isengard player. Also even. I don't really know where the units are, but I think they're in a... yeah, there they are. They're in the tunnel and they are fighting on bot lane. Top lane is being spotted. A few extras and a Berserker. Berserker taking a lot of damage from pikes. Apparently they don't like pikemen. Pikes being harassed by extras and pikes. And these extras are donating themselves to the pikes of Ghostboy. Or are they winning that? They might be winning that. They're probably losing that. Bot side. Bot lane. Big army. For a big fight. A lot of the battalions, a lot of those Warg Riders are pushed back, and now that there is no more mineshaft, Ghostboy's armies are stuck here. They are going to be picked up by the speed, and Warchant even being used to really deal with the remaining units of the Dwarven player of Ghostboy. But Wu is trapped here with Wu, because these Zealots are not taking any damage, especially now that Cloudbreak has been used and everything freezes except the rank 5 units. And Gloin and the Zealots are doing some major damage to the armies of Pavok. However, Pavok almost 25 command points. He can just drop down a beautiful dragon either with the dragon attack or the dragon summon. Shaku, the only hero surviving. Fortress being upgraded, does not want his fortress to be sniped out of nowhere. Top lane has been taken by the Dwarven player, and pawked is almost 1,000 command points. Builder for Ghostboy building some mine shafts. Let's look at Ghostboy's perspective. Vision being taken. At least Ghostboy now knows when he's being attacked from the top side of the field. Top lane of the field. Mid lane is a retreat called for the extra is because there are zealots here and there are some Warg Riders attacking very eagerly. Wow. Rank 5 with rank 4 Dwarven Zealots just one-shotting these Warg Riders, and there is a cripple. Lurch crippling Gloin. Level 6 is going down to Shaku, and here's the Dragon Summon chasing away the Dwarven armies. Can now walk towards the production. Apparently this guy is slower. Oh, 75 movement speed. And yeah, the Zealots are fighting, but the summon is going to the production and is going to take out a lot of the armies of Dwarf player, or a lot of the production facilities for the Dwarven player Ghostboy. pawked fighting in the middle, trying to get King Dane down. Actually, who's he aiming for? He's aiming for the Zealots, trying to get the Zealots down. Zealots now level 4, very tanky, and heal being used. This is a surrender. This is a runaway. You don't want to fight this. Please run away. Oh, there's the Hobbit summon. It was a one fight. He did, maybe Ghostboy did not have to summon his hobbits. Bottom of the map. No more production. If this army dies, there is nothing for the Ghostboy to build. However, it's 500 command points for 500. Most of it is in heroes, which apparently is strong enough to keep pawked in his base. Are there upgrades coming? There are upgrades coming. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Zealots level 4, 3. This is and there is not even a 25 summon, but Dale Arches, the 15 power point summon. And this is going to be enough to do a lot of damage to pawked. Pawked is, even though he had his 25 summon, destroying all the production, killing most of the armies. There is a lot of damage in those zealots and those heroes for Ghostboy, and it's very difficult to fight through it. There's a trample being used, and realizing there's actually nothing of pikes anymore. Berserker gangs. That is game plus. Wow. The level 5 is actually a very good active. Looking at the money for Isengard. Isengard low on money. 850 limit. Got a vision on his fortress, but doesn't really have any income, and Ghostboy is surrounding pawked, as Isengard is a little bit in trouble. Both players do not have any upgrades, but the hero advantage is kind of making it very difficult for pawked to play, especially with these level 5 Dwarven Zealots with the ability to apparently Berserker gang it, doing a lot of damage and make them more quicker. It's like Gimli level 5. And here comes another trample. Finally some pikes to stop the tramples, and very well spotted, retreating his pikes to defend against the trample of pawked, and Isengard is slowly being pressured back into his base. Oh no, Lurch is dying to King Brand's ability, the Beast Slayer. Or maybe not Beast Slayer. Yeah, it probably was Beast Slayer. And Gimli and Dane showing a lot of... There's Cloudbreak, and there's no more armies for Isengard. Also no more money for Isengard. He built a lot of furnaces in back of the base to keep his command point limit up, but most of these farms cannot produce any resources. They're purely there. I call them the Age of Empires buildings, the housing and supplies. They're purely there to keep up with supply. There goes another production facility by the heroes of Ghostboy. Ghostboy has rebuilt Gloin probably. Yeah, Gloin is ready. And Rallying Call being used in a level 3 furnace for the Pavuk's going down, which is most of his income. Left side of the field, Pavuk's trying to do some damage with Cav. But if the Cav is there, there's nothing to work with in the base of Pavuk. And it looks like Isengard is going to call it. It is Ghostboy who's doing a lot of damage. And very difficult for Pavuk to get out of this. Never took his goblins as well. Might be a little bit more money there. But yeah, if you look at Dwarven player, Ghostboy is pretty rich. He has 1,000 command points, of course, because he has all the map. And yeah, slowly taking down most of the furnaces. Just running around with heroes. There are some archers, but the heroes doing most of the damage. Lurch is back though. Here is the 25 power point summon Citadel, and that's gonna be pretty much a GG. Immediately building some I think it's catapults. Yep, catapults are there. The tunnel, it's also functions as a tunnel. Destroying the production with his ability. Pavuk is in a very, very dire position, and this win is probably gonna go to Ghostboy. It's a matter of time before Mr. Pavuk calls it. I'm keep trying to zoom out to make it a little bit more epic idea. Oh, there is a Wildman summon used to kill a thing. Still a fight together with the Tainted Land. Apparently, Pavuk sees a comeback somewhere. But now his citadel is being shot at by the catapults from the... What is this called? The fort is being shot at by the citadel. And slowly picking away on the fortress, and if this goes down, there's no more spellbook for Mr. Pavuk, and Mr. Pavuk doesn't have money to rebuild his fortress or to rebuild his production. There is this is a good mindset. Never give up, never surrender. I guess. And there is a surrender. Well played, Ghostboy. Nice try, Pavuk. These players are neck on neck. Unfortunately, Dwarves are very strong, but also Ghostboy is the leader of the T-Rex for a reason. Maybe the matchup was a little bit in favor of the Dwarven player, but to be honest, I don't really know matchup that well. Anyway, let's take a look at the ladder. Let's take a look at the ladder. We've got Awe first, Maru second, Puero third, Ghostboy fourth, Pavuk fifth. We saw those two play just a second ago. Andy sixth, the Ritter seventh, Solas eighth, PBR ninth, the King 10th, Mustafa 11th, Goethe is 12th, 13th is May Shadow Truck, 14th Empire, 15th Gimli, 16th Charizard, 17th Eternal, 18th Erner, 19th, 20th Nuage. Did I miss Goethe? No, Goethe is 12th. I found Goethe. This has been Command Point Middle Earth. My name is Enrique, and I will see you on the ladder. If you like this video, and if you think this daily idea is pretty awesome to get a little bit of update of the ladder and arena and BFME2 Middle Earth, feel free to follow the channel and like the channel, like this video, subscribe to Command Point Middle Earth for more videos, and I will see you on twitch.tv if you want to follow the making of and the production of these videos.